I'm just having my coffee, and the girls are here. They are working out, and I'm training them for a while. And Chandan had been out as well, and he's also back. So once I'm done with the coffee, even I will be training along with them. Finally, after maybe a week's time, that I get to start working out. ಅದೇನಾಗಲ್ಲ ಖರ್ಚಲ್ಲ. Just as I was about to start my workout, Bharat here wanted to have a quick chat. I was talking to him regarding doing some studying and doing some research. And a lot of people may not know this, but in your domains, if you are going to keep working, and it's very important that you keep learning on a daily basis, right? So what you can do is you can download something like a Feedly app. It's an app which collects the feeds from different other sites, and it collectively shows you in a single platform. I mean, you can pretty much select from any given domain. You could be a developer, you could be a designer, or you could even be into science, chemistry, whatever. And it's like building a house. Whenever there is a mason who is just laying the bricks over there, he's just a bricklayer, right? While he's doing his job, he's really concentrating on that particular job, and he doesn't really worry about the entirety of the design itself. But who worries about that? Maybe an architect and a civil engineer. They will know a lot more details about that compared to a mason, and there is a reason for it, right? Because you got to understand the entirety of the design itself, how the whole thing is going to work when it all comes together. So I think if you are looking to really enhance your knowledge and be on that top level, that cream level, you should be able to understand how everything else works. So I was telling Bharat, I mean, if he has to keep on escalating and be on the top of the game, he has to learn some basics of coding, some basics of marketing, and only then he can also be a great designer as well. So I hope that helps you, and I hope I made some sense.
ನೋಡಿ ಶಶಾಂಕ್, ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೇ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರತ್ತೆ.
It's on, that's why.
I mean, but yes, that does feel kind of scary. Like, when wherever you move, I mean, look at this. One. Hey, look at this.
It's not shit. Maybe.
Yeah. We have a situation. Hey, that's not shit. This is basically that sand castle that it builds. Karja ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಕರ್ಜಾ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಇದನ್ನ.
ಶೂವಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಯಾಕೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು.
ತರ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೀನೇನಂತ ಡೈಲಾಗ್ ಹೊಡಿತಿಲ್ಲ. ಗಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಯೂಶಲಿ ನಂದೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ಹ್ಞೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಾಗೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್.
ಅದು ನಿಜ ಬರೋದು. ಈಸ್ ಇರಿಟೇಟಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ.
ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏ ಪಿಗರ್, I've been wondering quite a lot about choosing the right browser, because now that I'm focusing on making my workflows a lot more efficient, I should also be looking into the kind of browsers that I'm using as well. And I haven't been very happy with Chrome because it's just getting loaded every single day. Unless you are working on something highly graphical and something that just requires a lot of processing, you don't need Chrome. And Chrome also keeps tracking, and the privacy and all these things is still a little bit of an issue. So what I've done right now is I've switched to Firefox, and I've been experimenting with it, and I find it quite interesting. There was a time when I used to make Firefox as my default browser, and I like the design, and they have some really beautiful plugins as well, and they focus a lot on privacy. They make sure that you're not getting tracked. I mean, the first thing that I did once I installed Firefox was going into Netflix, and I haven't signed in yet. But before I could even do that, there was a particular blocker that was activated, and Firefox reported that there is a social media that has been blocked just now. I open to see the details, and it's Facebook. I open Prime and I see three social medias. Like, lot of things are happening, lot of trackers, and I don't want that to be happening. So, and I started checking performances. I've started using Edge as well. And Edge happens to be a lot better in terms of performance. It's much lightweight compared to Firefox, and I've been experimenting with both, and I think I might stick with Edge because it basically it's very similar to Chrome. You cannot really tell the difference because it uses the same engine as well. Also, I changed my default search engine to DuckDuckGo. It just never tracks you, zero trails. A lot better for my workflow. That's the final verdict that I have right now, that I'm gonna end up using mostly Edge whenever I want to test out a given design that has been developed. Then I can just use multiple browsers and see how the things are loading up. Other than that, I think I'm going to make Edge as my default browser. Seems to be working just fine, and while I'm also editing the videos, which takes up a lot of RAM, I can also keep browsing meanwhile with multiple tabs open.